How's it going? Mark at Marin Bikes here. 2012 Interbike Dirt Demo. Showing one of the new bikes we have for 2012 here. The Rift Zone 29er. All new bike for us. First year we brought in a 29er suspension bike. We've been doing hardtails for a good number of years in aluminum and steel and titanium. The Rift Zone 29er brings in the latest generation of our quad link suspension design. This is quad 3.0. So obviously our third generation of suspension. So the suspension on the bike, the Quad 3, visually very different than what we've done in past generations, but still uses the same quad link principle, and that's having our instantaneous pivot center, moving pivot point, working in the same way as our previous bikes, where we have a very high and forward originating pivot location, and as the suspension goes through its travel or goes through its cycle, that pivot location migrates down towards the bottom bracket area. With that, what we achieve is a slightly rising rate design. So we want the bike to feel nice and plush at the initial part of its travel. So it's really good for hooking up, getting traction on climbs, loose terrain, and for bigger terrain, whether it's jumps or harder impacts, we want the suspension to slow as it gets towards the end of its travel so that it doesn't have any harsh bottoming and the rider can maintain control. So visually the bike looks quite a bit different. In function, it's very much the same. With the rear axle, we still have the same axle path of having an initial rearward movement of the axle path as it goes through its first third of its travel before neutralizing into a neutral arc that allows the basically suspension to move freely without any kind of pedal feedback or pedal induced lockout. So visually very different, but this new design has allowed us to now make a bike in a 29er platform with the quad link suspension design, which we weren't able to do with Quad 2.0. So very excited about that. The design also flows into our 26-inch platforms with the new 140mm travel Mount Vision, as well as the 100mm travel Rift Zone 26-inch. 29er platform based on a 100mm program here. The bike's going to be available in 4 different models. We're going to have 2 aluminum models starting out at about $19.99 for an X5, X7 mixed group bike. This is the XC7 right here, about $28.99 for this bike with the XO X9 group. Black flag wheels, stands, rims, tubeless ready, Fox 4, tapered steer tube on there. So really nice package altogether. So we'll be doing the bikes in aluminum as well as a carbon version coming later on. So 4 models, all 100mm travel. Check them out.